Right, hello and welcome back to part 2, build update number 2, and we're going to start off with the Zimmerit coating. So, in the last video we did our tests on hard as nails to see would it work for Zimmerit. Success as far as I'm concerned. It'll work, it'll do the job. So let's get onto the bench. I'm going to click the camera down because it just saves all the hassle. I'm going to click the camera down. Maybe not very professional, but then again, nothing in my channel is. And we're going to have a look at what I've done in preparation for doing the Zimmerit. Okay, so bear with me. Oh, there's my eye. Hello. Alright, there we are. We're down at the bench. Okay, there we go. As you can see, hey, I'm after masking off the areas that don't need it. Okay, I used ordinary masking tape because I'm not going over paint, so I didn't have to go using my nice expensive TAMIYA tape for it. This is the area here that's going to get the Zimmerit coating. On the back, all that gets Zimmerit coated. On this side, this one does. Now for the holes here, I'm not really worried about them too much. I'm going to Zimmerit coat over the whole lot. And because they can be accessed from the back, I can punch through them. I mean, I can find them easily enough and just reopen the holes once the Zimmerit is through. Anyway, that's only for the another cable, really, goes onto there. No masking needed at the front section because we're doing the whole lot. I suppose I could put a bit of masking tape there, but I'm not going to get stuff in there, and if I do, it's easy to scrape it off. On the front then, the glacis plate here, the whole lot gets done by here and here. Looking at the photographs and things, I'll have to do some sort of fancy work around the gun mantlet, but it does give the really small tool. Okay, in that set, I'll just show you again that set. I've got them all in there. In that set, you get 3 different sizes. Okay, well you get 2 grades, should we call them, right? You get a 0.5, you get a large in a 0.5 and a 0.7. So you get, say, one size. You get a medium size. These are the size I used for the test piece. Okay, you get in a 7 and a 5, and we get small little ones. Okay, same again in a 5 and in a 7. Okay, 0.7, 0.5. Right, so when it comes to start doing around the gun piece here, that'll do the scraping nicely around there. Okay, follow the patterns. Now, unfortunately, on the instructions, it doesn't show you anything about the Zimmerit pattern. Okay, but it does show you here sort of a black and white picture of it. Okay, of a tank done with it. Right, and it also gives it on the front cover. You can also get it from the front cover, on the front of the box. You get the pattern there. So now I know that the pattern goes from side to side rather than the vertical. So I need a horizontal design on my Zimmerit. Okay, so next step, decide exactly what size I'm going to use. Now if I get back out my little yoke here, now I'm going to use the side to side pattern, so it's going to be that way. And when you hold it up in relation to the vehicle itself, I think the 0.5 would be ideal for that. It doesn't say anything in the instructions of whether to use the 0.5 or the 0.7 when using the Zimmerit tool. It doesn't even mention using the TAMIYA Zimmerit tool. So I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to use that at the 0.5 because it looks the better of the two. Okay, so I put everything else away. I keep up my 0.5s, put away my 3.7s, and I'm going to get started on the Zimmerit. Now, when I'm doing this, it's literally a case of just do one side. When the one side is done, cleaned off the whole shebang, then I'll move to the other side. Okay, don't go putting on your hard as nails and all on all surfaces and then go trying to do it. You only be rushing yourself. So one at a time, do each side bit by bit, nice and slowly. So I'm going to go off, I'm going to get that done. When that's done, we're going to have a look at it. Okay. Now I'm after getting it done. Okay. Need another little bit of cleanup, but I'm going to let it dry off a bit before I clean it up, because as I found from my test piece, it's easy to clean it up afterwards as well. Okay, so I'm after getting my my horizontal lines in. Okay, I'll just bring the light in over that way a bit. There we go. You can see my lines, they're there. And even in some areas now, look, I've got flipping bloody hard as nails everywhere. Right? Even little areas like this now where it didn't quite, where I scraped off that little bit too much kind of thing. It's okay, because it goes damaged Zimmer, because it chipped away and it chipped off, because all it was concrete like. So there's our horizontal on the front, we have it done on the back, and we have it done on the side here as well, on this side here again. Okay. So like I said, it's going to need a little bit of clean up. I'm going to clean myself up first before I go attempting that. So I got to go out and wash my hands and things. So that's it anyway. That's the Zimmer. It works. It does the job. Messy, yes, very messy. But it kind of flakes away off the fingers, so it's not too bad. Kind of dries into the fingers. But anyway, I'm going to continue on now. I've got this piece here to do, the glacis plate and the front section there of the tank to get done. I'll get them done. Then leave it dry overnight, and then we'll carry on then and get more done on the Tiger. Okay, because we do have more Zimmer to do. It'll be on the turret a little bit later on. But so far, I'm happy with it. I'm actually happy with how it came out. Like I said, it's going to need a little bit of clean up, but it's easy to clean up even when it's dried in. It's it was one of the things I looked at in the test. I didn't actually show it actually, but if you're not happy with it for a finish, how easy is it to remove? And watch that. Okay, a little bit of scraping and things, and it's simple to remove it. Okay, and it removes it perfectly without damaging anything beside it. So I'm happy with that. I'm going to carry on. I'm going to get the front glacis plate of that done, then sort of get this little area tidy, because even though what you can see is tidy, that is not tidy. After making a mess, it's everywhere. So anyway lads, I'll carry on with that, and then we'll have a look at that then, like I said, when it's all dry and when everything is done and dusted. Okay, now it's had a chance to dry, cleaned off and everything else. Okay, I'm after taking off the masking tape, as you see, and as you can see by the looks of it, I'm happy enough with that Zimmer. Okay. Right, so that's the that's another. I must clean off these little nubs here now as well. Forgot about the front. Forgot about the front. John, you forgot about the front, which is quite unusual for me. I normally kind of pay more attention to the front. Anyway, that's on. It's almost, but not quite dry, but it takes a while anyway. We've got the front plate done. Okay, in around the gun there, I'm after getting, or the machine gun there, the whole machine gun looks a bit messy, but it needs another bit of cleaning up to get done. I must admit that it's not the best. I'm not the best at it. It's kind of hard for me to see to a certain degree, okay, but you know, once I kind of get sections that have got big horrible lumps in them, they're easy to take off. They're quite easy to clean off, okay. And we've got a light to go on here and things like that, but like I said, as you can see from there, it's easy enough to clean off all these little extra little lumpy bits. What you do is just go along the line, it loosens them up, and there we go. Okay, so that does that. So it just needs to be a bit more cleaning up and done on that. But now that I've got that done, what I can do is now I can go back over the instructions and go back to the places we missed. Okay, not missed, but you know, we left out until the Zimmer was done. We got step 4. Right, we've got our exhausts made, so now it's time to get them fitted, along with the holders for them and the starting bar. We've got the shrouds or cowlings for them. We've also got the jack, another little tow hooks, right? And here then we've got that little front spotlight, okay, and the holder for that. That'll get us up to date with how we are with everything else. Oh yes, and to attach the upper hull to the lower hull. Then in step 9 we got to get on then and we're going to start doing with the tracks. So I'm going to get that up to date, up to step 8, get up as far as that, get the two joined up, and then we can start on the tracks. So I'll get them done first. We'll have a look at everything together, and have all these little bits and pieces just cleaned off and looked a bit neater than what they are, and then we'll move on and we'll start with the tracks. So I'll get that done, back in a sec. Okay, so as I said, we're onto the tracks now. I've all the tracks taken off. They're in the box. You see, a nice big box of tracks. And if you look at each one, okay, I'm going to zoom. I'll bring the camera down. Clink, 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 clink. I have to excuse the old clink, clink, clink. Right. If we take a look at the tracks. Right, and you see it, we've got 4 ejector pin marks, okay. These here, 1, 2, 3, 4 ejector pin marks. They're on the inside, and we've also got just a tiniest little bit here and here. We've got the sprue joint. No, quite simple. With a sanding stick or whatever you use, just rub across the top like that. That'll get rid of the cleaning marks, the cleaning marks, the joint marks. Okay, they're gone. And I use one of these, a little square file, okay, and believe it or not, just a couple of little rubs, you get rid of the mark, okay, so I give may seem a lot of work to do for your tracks, but when you look at them for a finish, then you'll be quite happy you did. Okay, spend a little bit of extra time in it. Okay, it might take a day out of your modelling. It might be a day or two later before you finish, but at least you know yourself that all the little ejector pin marks are gone. See, as quick as that. Okay, so they weren't very deep. They're not deep at all. And a matter of fact, I even think that they're slightly raised as opposed to being deep. Okay, so there's two cleaned off already there, and the tracks, they fit together very, very easily, very, very nicely indeed. Okay, they don't clip in, there's no pins to put in or anything else like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue two together just to make sure that that stays upright and straight. So then when I put them down on a line and start adding, okay, you put them down and you start adding your tracks link by link and moving along the line. A bit of double-sided tape or a bit of masking tape turned up with the sticky side up. Stick them along to it. Use a ruler or, straight edge. Stick them along until you get your desired length. But with the first one held up in place, then go along with the Contactor Professional and get into some of the openings. Usually go for the big ones here. Okay, leave that dry for a couple of minutes and then you can wrap your tracks around. I'll show you that when I get to that stage, but that's just to show you that it's easy enough to clean off the ejector pin marks. Plastic is nice and soft enough for you to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and I can throttle that bastard in a minute. Excuse my French, but I'm going to carry on and I'm going to get more tracks done. Okay, I'm going to get the rest of them done. I have 5 done. And it didn't take me that long at all. It did not take me that long at all. But I got lots more to do. So there's a night or two work for me to do. And what I do is I put on something on the thing, bit of music or whatever, and just sit back and relax. And before long, you realise you have them all done. And it's worth it. It's worth going to the extra little bit of bother to do it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get it done. And then once the tracks are done, then I'm going to attach them to the tank, let them dry in place, then remove them again, and I'll show you how I do that. I'll take them off again then, and then they can be painted as separate things. Then I can carry on them with the rest of the tank. So bear with me. I get the tracks done. When I've got them all cleaned off, okay, when I've got them all cleaned off, and I've started to set them out on the board, I'll show you what I'm doing and show you how I go about it with the IndieLink tracks. Okay, so as quick as that, I'll be back with them all cleaned off. So right, so we're going to start assembling some tracks. Okay, I've got 99 of them, all nicely cleaned off and ready to go. Still have plenty more cleaning to do for the next set. Okay, I have these are the uncleaned ones and these are the cleaned off ones. So I've got 99 done anyway. That's for the first track. Now if you read the instructions here, okay, it says to use this tool here, which is supplied for aligning the tracks, just keeping them straight. Any straight edge really will do. There's nothing special about that. It doesn't slot into it or anything like that. Okay, so we have to connect 99 links for the right track. There we go, 99 links for the right track and 100 for the left. Okay, so this is how I do it. Might be the wrong way, it might be the right way. It works for me. So therefore it's the right way, isn't it? It's the right way for me. I'll start off with a length of masking tape. I use my board, I use the lines that are on the board. Okay. And I get it out to what I think is going to be long enough for the track. I give it a slice. Okay. Turn the ends in. Let it kind of stick down to my base. Now, as you see, it's not very neatest. So what we do now is I use another bit of tape the wrong way around, how should I say, the right way around, just to keep that piece of tape down. That's all that one is for. Okay, and again then another piece just along the edge there. Alright, I'll zoom back now in a second and I'll show you what the whole thing looks like. Here, I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'm working away with tape here. Right, I'll bring this back. Okay, so I've got my 3 little lengths, and the center one is sticky side up. Okay, the other 2 are down. So how I start, especially with tracks like these, if I just put them down, what's going to happen is this one here is going to lie down and it's not really going to stay up. So because the joint is going to be in the center anyway and it's going to be straight, I glue those ones with the ordinary TAMIYA extra thin, which is a reasonably quick drying. Okay, cement into the little holes, pop in my my piece, throw a bit of light in the subject. I just want that to dry straight, okay, so that the bottom section is straight. So I can stick that then over there in place. Might as well use this little yoke just to align. And from there on in, it's literally just a case of using your tweezers. I'll bring the camera over now in a second, if it'll reach actually, because I have it at the end edge of its capabilities, and just pop them in dry without glue. Do not glue at this stage, because by the time you get all the way halfway down, your glue will be dry by the end. Okay, so let me just rearrange the camera. I'll just take it off this stupid stand anyway. Okay, there's this arm I keep referring to. Okay, dangles out. But here's what I'm talking about. Okay, I get another one. Bring the light over. You'll be able to see now exactly what I'm doing. Just slot them in. Okay, the tape, sticky tape will hold them in place. Alright, just pop them into place. Simple as that. So I'm going to get the 99 of them all lined up along. Okay, and when they're all done, I'll come back to you and I'll show you what I'll do then at that stage. Okay, so be back in a sec. Well, it's a sec for you. It's going to take me a little while to get 99 of these all nicely neat and straight. It's important to make sure that they're straight. That's the only thing. Okay, so I'll set up the 99 of them along my track and we'll come back to you then when that's done. Right, okay, now as you can see, I'm after having my 99 links, okay, all nicely stuck together. So now we just use the Revell Contactor Professional. Sounds really good, doesn't it? Contactor Professional. And basically all I'm going to do, I'm going to take the camera again off this. Excuse me now, I know it's upsetting everybody. Right, but what I want to do is, I want to be careful and make sure the glue goes into the joints right there. Okay. So there's a little dollop of glue in each one, just like that. Okay, so I'm going to continue on. I'm going to get the rest of them done, and then we'll see what I do with it then at that stage. Right, no, I just have to put that away. I wasn't after using that. This is what the glue I used. Glue them all in, and I'm after giving it close to 10 minutes drying time. So these are relatively dry, but still not 100% dry. You don't want it 100% dry. Okay, and I won't use that knife because it hasn't got a blade. So I gotta get another pointy thing. Okay, there we go. That'll do. You want a blade like that. These things are ideal for the old carpet knives. Alright, slide it just like that. Get a bit of a wiggle underneath that. What you want to do, it's just to remove it off the sticky tape. Okay, and there we go. Move it forward, get it all off in one go. Now, this is the side it's going to go at. Now, because that's the side it's going to go at, this is how I want it to fit, like so. Alright. But because of the fact that I got the wheels already fitted, and you can't really get the sides in to open in that way. Now I'll get them in that way, you know, by bending it in and getting it in easy enough. But getting it off is going to be fair hard. Getting it off to, you know, to get in there, to take it off to get it painted. So we've got to turn it around the other way. Give it a full 360. Okay. And I'm going to work from the inside out. Now, shouldn't have fitted that quite yet. Alright, so I want that to fit in. So we'll slide it in along. Till it goes about halfway. There we go. And we get our dry sprocket. Sit that in. Make sure it lines up with the holes where it's supposed to go. Right. Which is easier said than done. It takes a bit of wiggling because there isn't very much room in there. As a matter of fact, there is no room at all in there. So I have to sort of, oops, a daisy, slide back again. Sorry about this, lads. Oh. There we go. Line it up. There we go. Now, what we do is we just give it a little bit of tape. We hold it together at the joint and just tape it. Now it's just simply a case of just leave that dry overnight. Okay, I usually like to leave it beside, now because I'm in my bedroom when I'm doing this, and a lot of people do build in their bedrooms and things like that, because there is a fair amount of the Revell, and it is quite pungent. Okay, there is a fair old whack of it, and it's flammable. So what I do is I leave it just beside the window, and the window slightly open. Okay, so any excess fumes and things will be taken out of the bedroom rather than, brought into the bedroom. So that's at the tracks. So I gotta go off now and clean off the rest of the tracks and build it the other side. So while I'm doing that, this will be all drying. So this should be all nice and dry then. And we'll have the other side done then, and everything ready to go. We'll show you what we're taking off the tracks then, okay, to get them painted, right? Hopefully be able to get them off, because I didn't like the idea of having to feed it through, which didn't look all that good. But at least the join is on the bottom. If I can't get them off that way, at least I can paint them like that on the vehicle, and they shouldn't have too much problems. So there's the tracks. They look nice. They went on absolutely brilliantly, so easy. The only hard bits really were just cleaning them off, and even if that, they weren't hard. It was just time consuming. Some people might say it's a bit tedious, but to me that's all part of the modelling. Okay, so I'll get the rest of the tracks done, get them all cleaned off, get them fitted. Like I said, we'll have a look at it again then at that stage, and we'll move on then with the rest of the assembly. Right, so that's it for build update number 2. Don't forget to join me now in the next time for build update number 3. We're going to continue on with the tracks. We're going to get the turret built, and we'll see what else we can get done before build update number 4. So build update number 3 coming soon. Don't forget to give us the old thumbs up. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Stick an old comment in the comments box below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. If you have, thank you very much. I appreciate it, I really do. So until the next time, stay safe, enjoy your modelling, and like I always say, go out and buy yourself a kit, build it and enjoy it. It's John signing off. See you in the next one, lads. Stay safe.